morning. Ooh, what a day. Today is about accessing your inner goddess. I have my bongos with me today. And I absolutely love playing them whenever I'm feeling that kind of like shift of negative energy kind of coming out. And I take out the bongos. I got maracas recently and they're absolutely brilliant. Maracas are great for shaman energy to kind of shake away any negativity. So goodbye negativity. I'm going to put these down and I'm going to talk about the oil of the day and the mudra of the day. So again, as I said before, most of the time when I pick something, it is very synchronicity. There's lots of synchronicity. So the oil I picked for today is Helichrysum, and the mudra is the Yonie Mudra. So ironically enough, the goddess energy is something that I've been getting back into over the last week and kind of calling on Kuan Yin and Godiva and the kind of the Devi, Lakshmi, all the kind of female deities of like, you know, finding your inner goddess, love, all that kind of mothering energy that's really kind of come back to me in the last week, especially with new family coming into the family, and I'm an auntie again today for the third time, so all that lovely birthing energy is around us and everything as well. So it's just a celebration of life really this week for me. So I'm in a great mood today, and today one second, I have mint in my mouth and it's driving me crazy. So the oil of today is Helichrysum. So Helichrysum is a really powerful essential oil. It's very emotionally healing as well as physically healing. So Helichrysum removes pain quickly and effortlessly. It aids the walking wounded. Those with a history of difficult life circumstances, trauma, addiction, loss, or abuse. These individuals need this powerful spiritual support that Helichrysum offers. It gives strength and endurance to the wounded soul who must keep on living despite past difficulties. This oil restores confidence in life and in the self. Oh, how beautiful. Giving the individual strength to make it. Helichrysum has a powerful relationship with the light of the sun. It imbues joy, fervor, and hope for living. Helichrysum takes the wounded soul by the hand and guides them through life's difficulties. If the wounded individual can persevere, this oil can take them into new heights of spiritual consciousness. Helichrysum offers them hope that their wounds can be healed. How wonderful is that? It's soothing and beautiful. Following this spiritual healing and transformation, Helichrysum can teach an individual to have gratitude for their trials. It helps one to see that if they have not been wounded, they would not have been sought healing that resulted in a spiritual rebirth. Just as the phoenix dies and it raised from its ashes, so might an individual be raised from their turmoil. Helichrysum lends its warrior spirit so that one may face their adversities with courage and determination. It brings hope to the most discouraged souls and life to those in need of rebirth. Emotions addressed: intense pain, anguish, turmoil, hopelessness, despair, trauma, and wounded feelings. So again, this is all about rebirth. And again, I picked these completely at random. I did not pick it today. Yesterday, I picked the wild orange specifically, but today, completely random. And again, my suggested mudra the day on my mudra app, completely out of nowhere, the Yonie Mudra, which I'll talk about in a minute. So going deeper into the idea of Helichrysum. Helichrysum is in a lot of the female blends in doTERRA, so it will be very much a DNA rebalancer. It's very sacral chakra healing. It's very to do with the self, with the inner fight, the outer fight, you know, your path in the world, how much you have to fight for your own self, basically, for your own strain of personality, your joy. It's all imbued with that, basically. And the Helichrysum has this beautiful smell. I've always thought that if I was to smell the power of a mothering goddess. It will be Helichrysum or Jasmine. And Helichrysum just has that energy off it that when you put it on, you feel wrapped in a pink blanket of love. It's such a beautiful oil. It's so compassionate and it's divine mothering love energy. So it's really beautiful for healing, because I think that kind of compassionate energy is great for healing trauma. And I've done a lot of different healings over the past few years on people. And for a while I trialed this divine mothering healing energy to wrap around people who are specifically had dealt with trauma or anything like that, or sexual issues or anything like that. And it's just, if it's that little bit too hard to go into and you are kind of delicately healing something that is something that you're very sensitive to, it's still an open wound and you're worried about going in there, Helichrysum, it's called the oil for pain, but it's spiritual pain as well, it's physical pain. And again, I know a lot of people who use Helichrysum in their blends for their time of the month because it's DNA balancing hormone balancing. It's great for PMS. So just before your period, basically using Helichrysum, it's great to connect you with your female energies, rebalance your hormones, and stop the kind of up and down that we get before our period as well. So apologies, guys. You can also use this as well. So you can also use this when you're feeling over emotional as well. And if your girlfriend is going through her period, it's also good for you. So the Yonie Mudra. So the Yonie Mudra is basically, it actually looks like a vagina. And I'm going to show you now. So basically, we're going to have our hands here. We're going to turn them upside down. And we're going to turn it in like this. Basically, it's really hard to show. But, so try it one more time. Okay. So fingers like this, like you're doing the L sign together. And then you're going to sort of bend it in like this. So, and then we're going to turn it that way. So if you can actually see it like this, it's the best way to show it. So really, if you had your hands like this, just take out your index finger and your thumb. So this is the Yonie Mudra. So holding this over your root chakra will be a very good idea. And the Yonie Mudra is suggested for menstruation, basically, for your period, basically. So you hold the Yonie Mudra over your root chakra. Take a deep breath. And you can call on your female energies, your female goddess energies during your period to help you with your menstruation. Again, it's a very spiritual thing going through your period, basically. It's your body physically preparing for possible life, for a possible baby. Therefore, your spiritual self is preparing for something. And it's almost like this portal opens up in the root chakra to invite soul family in to join us in this world. So it's a very, very deep and emotional thing. So, of course, if you have blocked root chakra or sacral chakra, you are going to find more PMS because there's going to be a lot more turmoil to do with family issues and stuff like that, especially with the root chakra. And you might have more physical pain, whereas if you have a clear root chakra, clear sacral chakra, you're going to have less pain, basically. I've been a healer for nearly 8 years now, and every woman I've healed, bar one, had a blockage in their sacral chakra. It's something to do with being in Ireland. The divine feminine is very much pushed down. It is something that should be shamed, that we should cover up our bodies, that we are sinful, that we have to be blessed because there's something dirty, there's something wrong with this. There's this, that, and the other. There's lots of things thrown at women in Ireland and, all over the world, to be honest. And not necessarily because of whether we're having sex or whether we're, just even showing our faces, showing our hair. In some countries, it's somebody trying to repress that inner goddess in you. And it's a beautiful thing to be able to, you know, cover yourself if it's part of your religion and anything like that. That's not what I'm getting at all. What I'm getting at is basically, you know, when others have hate towards you, and they're telling you this is what you are to be feminine, this is what you are to be a mother, to be a sexual woman, anything like that that's repressed, it's going to cause issues down there. So the Yonie Mudra really kind of helps clear trauma and those kind of like really negative forethoughts, like, you know, women are supposed to wear pink, women are supposed to wear makeup, they're supposed to do this, that, and the other to define themselves as women. And you'd be surprised how much stuff that we hear by the age of 5 even, that we've already diagnosed as, you know, the simple reasons why women, you know, are caused stress during their, you know, their life basically, because they're told you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. You know, little girls are handed toy hoovers and little boys are handed toy tools, and they're told this is your role, be the provider. And you know, it's very much the same for boys as well. Like, you know, you're told this is the line you're supposed to go down, and if you don't go down this line, then there's something wrong with you. You're outside society, and you're ostracized for whatever reason. There's so many different reasons why, you know, your sexuality, the way you present your sexuality, and the way you present your sex in general, has been something that worldwide has been an issue. And I think at the end of the day, working on yourself and realizing that it's not worth having physical health in your body, or it's not worth having physical pain during your menstruation, leading up to giving childbirth, everything like that. Like, you'll hear a lot of stories about women who do Reiki and who do a lot of holistic stuff over birth, and they do not experience as much pain as women who are, you know, not willing to work on that kind of energetic system. So the Yonie Mudra works on relieving the menstrual pain. Menopause problems can be resolved. It calms the nervous system and awakens the Kundalini. So the Kundalini energy will be described as the energy that goes from the root chakra all the way up to the crown chakra. So, and it comes through the root chakra. The root chakra is incredibly powerful because it is the gateway to a huge amount of energy, just the same as our crown chakra is. And if the root chakra is not being maintained, you're going to notice that if new energies are coming up, basically, you're going to notice that if you do have blocks, say for instance, negativity towards yourself to do with your looks, to do with your fertility, to do with your problems with a home, with family, anything like that, it's going to flare up. Those things will obviously start trying to show themselves in your physical reality. Problems with your family maybe come up, but also physically you're going to notice pain. So when the period starts, it's actually bringing this wave of energy over your body. You're becoming so much more empathic. Everything affects you more emotionally. We've all been there watching the Andrex puppy ad and things like that. Well, thank you so much. These are actually stick-on nails. I've been very lazy this week. It's Unicornus Drag. I absolutely love your name. Thank you for saying hello, and thank you for visiting today. So again, the divine feminine energies with the Yonie Mudra is, I'm just doing it here myself to reconnect myself because it's a beautiful energy. The Yoni is something you might have heard of before because Yoni massage will be used in Tantra. And I think not mentioning Tantra right now would be a disservice to Helichrysum, to the Yonie Mudra, and because a lot of people believe that Tantra is to do with physicality, like physical intimacy with other people, but the core essentiality of what I've studied with Tantra so far is it's very much a rebirthing energy. It's very much essential energy, yes, but it's a reigniting of the soul for the divine feminine. If you're working on your male, masculine, feminine balance or anything like that, if you're really trying to connect with your own sex or what sex you believe you are, it really is important to connect and trying the Yonie Mudra is a really beautiful way to connect to the divine feminine energies. And that's all the positive divine feminine energies, including compassion and everything like that. And if you do find that you're going towards the more negative feminine energies, such as being an over-controlling mother to your friends or to your own children or anything like that, being a little condescending, a little controlling. We've all been there. We've all seen women kind of go to that point where they've had too much stress and they go to the negative divine feminine energies. And Helichrysum is a really beautiful energy to be able to bring in that compassionate side again, that more sort of grandmother energy, that we're going to take care of people, that, like, not that we have to take care of the whole world, but that we can be in that energy fearlessly without being doormats, basically. It's strong energy. It's not a weak energy. And I know a lot of women nowadays love the idea of bashing divine feminine as, oh, we have to be weak. Then it's not weak. It is strong. It is divine goddess energy. So this stuff is going to give you power. It's going to give you strength. And divine feminine strength is some of the strongest strengths out there. Because when you think about it, look at the woman Vera Toomey, who marched all the way up to Dublin to get medicinal cannabis for her child. That's feminine strength. That sort of stuff, you see a mother go above and beyond to take care of her child. That energy you can have in your daily life if you work on it. And the Yonie Mudra and Helichrysum is amazing. And it's perfect for those kind of energies. Your life gets so much better when you have strength in yourself. If you look in the mirror and you go, yes, I'm a badass bitch today. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get up and go on, and I'm going to fight for everything like I would do everything as if everything that I deserve in my life is my child. And if women started doing that as well as taking care of their children, they would take care of themselves, and their children would be happy because their mothers would be happy too. So there's so much more to bringing more strength into yourself, more feminine strength. And men can do this too, because divine feminine strength, your mouth tapes challenge, I don't know what that is. So basically, I think that's everything for today. The Helichrysum and for the Yonie Mudra, I really recommend 10-15 minutes for the Yonie Mudra, maybe the day before your period comes on, and Helichrysum on the bottom of your feet goes into every cell in your body within 10 minutes. And that is me for today. And hopefully tomorrow I'll come back to you with another oil of the day. Namaste. Have a good day. Thank you for visiting.